Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and today I have my buys and buys for September. So I did get this video idea from another YouTuber. Her name is Anne and I always do have her linked down below. But in this video, basically what I do is I review my empties and my purchases for the month. And so we are looking at September. And basically I am looking at what I'm using up and then also I am keeping accountable for myself in my beauty budget. So I do have an arbitrary goal to use up $2,000 worth of products in empties, and I do also have a beauty budget of $75 per paycheck, which I will have my breakdowns and my graphics as we go along because you guys know that I love keeping track of my purchases and my items. So I have my big old bucket here and it's full, but this is a little bit deceiving, but I do have a full bucket of empties and I have two full little containers of purchases. So let me go ahead and run my little intro, which if you guys ever pay attention to it, I'm asking you guys to do all the things. Hit the thumbs up on this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, drop me a comment and some love down below. But let me roll my little intro and then we will get into my empties. All right, so I did empty out my bucket and I organized my items. So we have lots of skincare, a little bit of makeup, and a little bit of a one-off. But let me go ahead and I'm going to start with the one-off product. And this one actually, I'm trying to look at what my hair is doing. I tried to curl my front pieces up here, but they would not cooperate and they would not curl. So as curly as all this is back here, the front did not want to do its thing and cooperate. So we're just working with the little pieces up here. But my one-off is an empty nail polish remover. Since I have been more aware of using my nail polishes, I've been rolling them into my Project 10 uses. I actually have one of the dark one is in my Project 10 uses, so I do have that on today, but I've been going through more nail polish remover. This is the Equate nail polish remover, 100% acetone, so this is the acetone. I know that acetone is maybe not as good for your skin, but I want my nail polish off like right away. I don't want to have to soak it and like scrub at my nails because my nails do end up feeling kind of sensitized if I scrub at them too much. So I just want to get my nail polish off as soon as possible. So I did have this as an empty. And of course, for y'all that don't live in the US, Equate is like the Walmart store brand of products. You'll see quite a few of the Equate products, which I know everybody has their own opinions of Walmart, but bravo to them for donating so much to the victims of Hurricane Helene, like up in Tennessee and North Carolina. It is amazing that they are stepping up. Of course, they get to have big tax write-offs for making donations. Like, I get it, but at least they're stepping up and doing something, even if they get the tax write-offs for it. So it is absolutely devastating what's going on up there. And we in the Panhandle were so lucky with where that storm ended up going. But that is my 2 cents. As there's another hurricane out in the Gulf, and my family's in Tampa. So again, all of you guys in Tampa, St. Pete, who just went through all the storm surge with Helene, I am thinking about you as Milton comes through the Gulf. And so everybody just stay safe and vigilant out there. Watch your news updates, get out when you need to get out. That's all I gotta say. But it has been a crazy hurricane season. But let me go into my 2 other little kind of one-offs. These don't necessarily count in my beauty budget, which the nail polish remover doesn't count towards any sort of empties because it's one of those products that like I'm going to use it regardless. But I also do track my like eczema creams, and so for this round of trying to keep eczema off my hands, which I have an outbreak on my finger right now. I need to actually put my prescription medicine on it. But I went with the Equate Diabetic Lotion and also the Equate Eczema Relief. And I ended up mixing the two of these together in a pump that I keep next to my bedside because I wanted kind of that dry skin therapy of this, but also the oatmeal that's in this one. So definitely, I go through a bunch of these as Jane makes himself comfortable over there, and I'm just tracking to see how much hand cream I go throughout the year. And this is stuff, when I look at my end of year empties, I'm only using this on my hands. So this is not body lotion. This is not me slathering it head to toe. This is just hands. So definitely I go through quite a bit of hand lotion. But let's get into more of my actual like skincare that I use on my face. So I do have my big tub of my Equate moisturizing cream. This is the generic for the CeraVe moisturizing cream. It comes in the big old tub, and this thing is scraped clean and completely done. So what I end up doing at the beginning of the year, which I am working through some other night creams right now, so I haven't repurchased this, but I need to add it to my shopping list. But what I do is I take, this is the other empty, the ordinary hyaluronic acid serum. So I take a bottle of this, a container of this, and then I either do Aquaphor or like the CeraVe healing ointment, and I take a big old glob of that, and I basically whisk them together and create like a whipped like moisturizer out of the combination, and that's what I use as my nighttime like cream. And actually my husband uses this too because he has dry skin, so actually we both go through this combination. So I did go through my little concoction of night cream with the Equate one and the hyaluronic acid, which means I'm going to need to purchase another one of these at Ulta as well. I need to add that to my mental list. Speaking of other night creams that I have been going through, I've been kind of alternating this one in. I got this in a FabFitFun, and this is the Tula 24/7 Moisture Intense Ultra Hydrating Day Night Cream. So this is with probiotics and superfoods. So this, I did not use it as a day cream because it was very thick, but I did use it as a night cream, and I'll show you guys. It's completely scraped out. The smell on this. So this smells like generic Fruity Pebbles. If you guys have ever used this, I don't know if this is like Tula's normal scent for their skincare or if it's just for this product, but it smells like generic Fruity Pebbles. There is also a like special medicated dog shampoo that I use on Jane because he gets like staph infections on his belly from allergies. And that special red pet shampoo also smells like this. So part of me is like, is that like a calming ingredient that they use in the dog shampoo and in this product that smells like that? Or did they actually pick the scent of generic Fruity Pebbles for this moisturizer? So I'm happy that I was able to use this and kind of get it in a FabFitFun, because what was the retail on this little jar is $58. Now I will say, because how thick it is, and once you actually get it and warm it up, it does spread nicely, so you don't need to use a lot of this. But for $58 for a night cream, I can't see myself spending that in my budget. So I enjoyed getting it, and that is why I love my FabFitFuns, because I get to try out more expensive skincare for the price of the box. The moisturizer that I was using during the day is from Biossance, and this is the Squalene and Probiotic Gel Moisturizer. And again, it is completely done, completely cleaned out. And with this one, I ended up picking this one up at a TJ Maxx, so I definitely did not pay full price for this one. How much did I end up getting this for? I got this for $16.99, so I can do a high-end moisturizer that I find at like a TJ Maxx. I can do under 20 on them. I'm okay with that. I love the Biossance Squalene line. Again, it's not anything that, it wouldn't fit into my skincare budget to purchase this at full price because of how quickly I went through this. Because I only purchased this in June, and I don't even know when I finished my last one. It probably took me about a month and a half to get through this moisturizer, and I don't even want to know what the full retail price is, probably around the $45 to $50 mark for this. So I couldn't go through that every month and a half and still stay in my budget. But if I find Biossance squalene products at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I always try to grab a little something as a treat. So glad that I was able to get through this. And because it is a gel moisturizer, I was able to use it during the day because I am an oily gal here in Florida. So let me look. I have two more skincare items, and then we can roll into my makeup empties. My next empty looks a little bit worse for wear, so don't look too closely at it, but it is my Innisfree green tea face cleanser. This is kind of a cream to foam, which I really do enjoy the texture. And I think this is, let's see here. This one is the third one that I've gone through, and I already repurchased, and I'm already using my new one. So if I've bought something like this multiple times, you guys know it is a holy grail for me. But this is what I wash my face with in the morning, and it kind of gets the residue off from the night before without stripping my skin. I don't feel that like squeaky clean kind of tight feeling after using this. So I feel like this is still a gentle and moisturizing step that I can do before I go in with my daytime skincare. So love this one. I try to find these at TJ Maxx whenever I can. This is not a super expensive cleanser, but if I can get it on a discount, you guys know me, I'm going to stick in my budget and I'm going to get it on a discount. And then my last empty is something that always is so, it leaks so much, and I don't understand if it's just the packaging or the formula, or if Paula's Choice needs to maybe look at doing something different with the packaging. But this is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. So this is their salicylic acid toner. And so again, because I'm oily, I want to be able to clean my pores out, get the sebum, get the junk out of them, because I sweat a lot during the day because again, hot climate, and then my oils come through. Plus with all my makeup, I want to make sure that my pores are getting cleaned out. So this is actually the first step that I do during my nighttime skincare, is doing some sort of BHA toner. And I say some sort of because I'm trying something new. This is a holy grail. I've gone through so many of these. Let's see, do I have down here what number this is for me? This is number 6. So I've gone through 6 of these so far in my past couple years since I discovered this. I am trying something different, and I'm trying to see if it is something that I could swap up for this, or if this is something that is kind of like irreplaceable and it's going to need to be this from here on out. But I did go through one of these. When did I purchase this? Because it usually takes me, so I bought this in March. So it usually takes me about 6 months to go through one of these. Now, I do not use a cotton pad with it because that is a surefire way of wasting product. So I just kind of do a couple little dunks into my palm of my hand, rub it together, and then pat it into my face. And that allows these to last me for 6 months. So like I said, I'm hopeful that my other product, which you guys will see because I did purchase it when I knew that this one was getting empty. So that is all of my skincare empties. And then let's roll into my makeup empties. Some of these you guys would have seen in like Project Pan updates. Other ones, of course, are going to be things that I've been working on in the background. So I did go through another one of my e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Sprays. This is one of my holy grail setting sprays. I do take this and the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day, and I take a bottle of each, I mix them together, and then I pour them back into their bottles. So whenever I use this, it's not strictly just this formula. But with mixing the two together, I feel like I get best of both worlds, where I get the staying power of the Gerard Cosmetics one, but also a little bit of that more dewy finish of the e.l.f. one. So another one of these gone. I also prefer the sprayer on the e.l.f. one over the Gerard Cosmetics ones. So a lot of times I hang these bottles around and just kind of refill this one because the sprayer on this one is so much better. Let's see. Let's do the ones that you guys know of. And so I did finish my Lawless Forget the Filler, and you guys saw this because it was in my project pan. It was in my 24 and 2024. So you guys have seen my thoughts and my feelings about this. But and I love that It's Just Steph was like, thank you for the science talk about how I feel about this product and how much like product actually goes in here, and how when they have these big doe foots, you're getting less product because the volume of the doe foot is taking up room that otherwise product would be in. So while we're like, oh my God, it has this big luxurious doe foot, be like, you are missing out on product for a big doe foot. But hey, here nor there. And the thing is, as much as I dog on this product for, I guess, like the cost per use and how it's not really worth it, the product is beautiful. I am constantly sucked into wanting to buy another one. I want to try a different flavor or try a different color. Like, this might end up in my collection again. I'm not saying that I would never purchase these again. I'm just saying that it's not a sound purchase if you're on a strict budget. So please don't get me wrong. It is a beautiful formula. And if it's in your budget to buy these, then you do you. I probably will end up purchasing one again. I just have to kick myself and tell myself, Erin, you're buying something that is not a good cost per use. So I just have to be okay with that. But this was in cherry vanilla. It was a very, very good experience. And so I was able to use up my Forget the Filler. In my deck of panning, I did use up the little sample travel size of the Say Super Glowy Gel, and this was in Star Glow, and this is definitely on my loves list to purchase during the Sephora sale at the end of the year where everybody gets 20% off. This is definitely on my loves list to go ahead and purchase the full size of this. It's a gel formula, and so it works really well with my oily skin. And the way that I like using this is I like mixing this in with a cream blush to create that dewy kind of cream blush effect. And it didn't make my makeup break down faster. It didn't make me oily faster. It was just a beautiful product. So this is definitely, you guys will see that at the end of the year as a purchase because it will be coming home with me. This next empty is kind of exciting because it just takes so long to use these up. And this is my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and this is in Gummy Bear. And like I said, it is completely done. I scraped everything out and cleaned this out, and the container still smells like Gummy Bear. I did purchase the watermelon one during the summer, and so I have started to use the watermelon one, but I do love the Gummy Bear scent. Like, Gummy Bears are a little bit of my weakness, and let me know if I'm crazy or if you guys do this too, but if I get a pack of like Haribo Gummy Bears, I will stick them in the freezer. And you get them where they're really nice and hard, and so I feel like, number one, they taste better and they last longer as far as like the chewing experience because the candy is hard. And so you like, tangent on tangent about gummy bears, but like your mouth has to warm up the candy to be able to eat it. And so you get more of that flavor experience. So if you have never put your gummy bears in the freezer, give it a try. Just don't try to take a gummy bear straight out of the freezer and just like gnaw on it. Like, you gotta let it warm up in your mouth a little bit so you don't break your teeth. Which, another tangent on that, I chipped my tooth the other day, and it's a front tooth. You guys can't notice, thank the Lord. I chipped a tooth eating an apple. Like, I wasn't eating hard food. I wasn't doing anything. But somehow my bottom teeth caught on my top teeth, and this tooth right here, a piece chipped off the back of it. So in 2 days, which thank God my dentist has emergency visits, I am going to go ahead and they're going to take a look at what actually chipped off the back, and if they have to file anything down, then they will take a look at it. But I told them, I was like, nothing cosmetic. You can't tell that I chipped my tooth. Thank the Lord, because I chipped my tooth right before I filmed my 24 and 2024, and if I would have chipped half a tooth off, y'all know I would not have filmed that video. I would have just chalked it up, put a message on my community tab and be like, I will film when my teeth are fixed. But definitely it was not a fun experience to chip a shard off the back of my tooth. And we'll see how much it's going to cost me to fix my tooth after eating a freaking apple. That's what I get for trying to be healthy. That is what I get. But 2 more empties after I've gone on my little tangents. But this one is a holy grail. And you were just sleeping, and then Daddy started making noise. You are so furry. Daddy should brush you. Are you going to let Mama brush you? Please don't get hair all over me. I'm wearing black. So my next empty is a holy grail, and this is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is my holy grail brow gel, and because I don't mind my brows being crunchy, I actually prefer my brows to be crunchy because I want them to stay in place, because I don't like the straight up feathered look. I like the, natural kind of arch brow look, and so this is my holy grail brow gel. I have not found anything on the drugstore side of the house that holds like this. And so this was getting really, really low, and I was waiting for brow day to roll around to purchase more. And so I took the NYX Control Freak and I actually emptied that into here, and that's pretty much gone too. So what is the regular product in the Benefit is gone, and whatever's left in here is the Control Freak, but even then it is getting really low on the NYX Control Freak as well. So there's still a little bit of product in here, but it's not the original. So I'm not cheating, but if you guys see an empty on the NYX Control Freak, next month is because whatever I emptied into here is now gone as well. But this was done and dusted back in like late August, and I just added stuff to it, so I figured I'll call it an empty in September. And then my last empty is one of my Burt's Bees chapsticks, and this is in chai tea, which again, so it goes back to, and maybe Burt's Bees fixed this, because I had said before, I like chai tea, and somebody was like, well, chai literally means tea, so you're saying tea. So this says chai tea on it as the flavor, but the newer ones just say chai. So I think Burt's Bees realized that they were saying this incorrectly as well, but I love this scent. I need to try to find it again because they usually roll this around during the fall time, and I usually find this at Target. So I will be scoping out my Target looking for more of the chai flavored chapsticks. So this is an empty. The chapsticks don't really count towards a whole lot of anything. I'm just curious how many freaking chapsticks I go through in a year. But that is all of my empties. So let me take a look here. With my empties, I did not count the Say Super Glowy Gel as a price because I ended up getting it free, like a gift with purchase. But I think that if I did give this a price, let's just give it a price of $6, but that would put my empties total at $203.38. So just over $200 worth of empties. And then let's look at my total empties for the year. I am at, I'm missing some. Let me add those in on my spreadsheet. So my total empties for the year is $1,712.22. So my arbitrary goal of reaching $2,000, I'll probably end up getting there because we're less than $300 off from the mark, so I can use up about $300 worth of products through the end of the year. Hopefully, if I get some of my Project Pan and my 24 and 2024 products done, that will push us over the edge with this. But I definitely think that I can reach that goal of 2,000. And again, it's an arbitrary number. I'm just trying to remain mindful of how much these items cost and that I am actually using up my products and not necessarily like saving things for rainy days or having a huge backstock of things. I actually want to be using my products. So that was everything for my empties. Let me gather all this stuff up and put it in my bucket, and then let me grab my 2 containers of purchases, and we will go over what came into my collection, and we will look at how I did on my beauty budget. All right, I have all of my purchases in front of me, and the first purchase that I made in September is I did make an order from YesStyle. I wanted to get some more skincare items, and so I did pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 items from YesStyle. So the first thing that I picked up, this is actually what I'm trying to use to replace the Paula's Choice BHA toner, and this is from Some By Me. This is their AHA BHA PHA 30-day miracle toner. So this has tea tree and niacinamide in it, and so I am currently using this one. I'm already down to here, like top of the label, and so again, I have been using it. I think I'm going to have to use it for at least a full month. And when I'm thinking about that, I'm talking about like a full cycle, because of course my skin reacts during my cycle. And actually right now I do have a little bit of breakouts going on because I'm at that week in my cycle where my skin kind of throws off some stuff. So mainly what I'm using this for, of course, is to control blackheads and maybe keep a lot of those little whiteheads down. These other things that are more hormonal and under the skin, this is not going to touch it, but if I can try to keep my pores a little bit clean, then that helps out a lot. And so I am trying this one out. Now this was only $15.80 compared to how much do I usually spend on my Paula's Choice? $28 is what the Paula's Choice one. So, we're looking at a savings of $13, and the $28 from Paula's Choice is on sale because they're always having sales on their website. So that is a $13 savings if this works. Now, of course, Paula's Choice shipping is quicker versus YesStyle. It took about a week and a half for me to get my order from YesStyle. And so definitely I would have to reorder this ahead of time and not like run down to the wire. But definitely I'm trying to see if this is something that will work. And then the next one, another Some By Me product, because actually I really like the sunscreen that I have from them, but I wanted to try one of their moisturizers, and this is so I looked this up so that I hope that I'm pronouncing this, but it's the Eugen Niacin line by Some By Me, and they have a bunch of different things in this range, but I wanted to try the brightening moisture gel cream, and so this has the Yuja extract and niacinamide. And so I know in Korean skincare and in Korea, like having lighter skin is popular. I'll leave it at that. But I don't necessarily want to lighten my skin in the way that they maybe do or the way that they might market their items. But I do have discoloration, I have redness, I have acne scars. And so I want to use this to maybe try to lighten those spots and even out my skin tone. So I'm not necessarily trying to lighten, because actually I do use like sunless tanner, and in America it is actually, I think, a little bit more fashionable to be tan. But I just want to use these sort of products to brighten my skin, as in evening out the skin tone and maybe brightening some of those trouble spots that I have. And with this being a gel cream, I'm hopeful that I will be able to use this during the daytime. I have not opened this yet and I have not tried it. It still has the seal on it. So I want to get through another moisturizer before I go to this one. And then also I'm curious how this would do in the wintertime, because it does get a little bit cold here in North Florida. So, maybe a gel cream might not be enough for me in the wintertime, but I will see. I will have this as the next moisturizer that I open, or maybe I'll have this open in conjunction, but I kind of want to use this exclusively to see if it actually does anything for my skin. So I'm interested in that line. And then let's see, what was the next thing that I bought? Oh, I did get one of the Tier Cushion foundations. So this is one of the minis, and I love that they offer a mini in this. Now, I have not put this on my face yet. I did open it to check the shade match, and so I did get this in 17C Porcelain. And let me open this up. It comes, I mean, it is a complete little cushion foundation, even though it's a mini. So it comes with a little sponge, it comes with a little door, and then that is the shade. And actually, I took this and I put it on my finger and I put it on my face. This is like a dead on match for me. So if you're close to my skin tone, then 17C Porcelain might work for you. When I didn't post a video on the first, I actually wanted to do a like get ready with me using this and kind of giving my opinions as oily, hot climate, larger pores, 40 years old. Like I like the full coverage, like glam, as you can see with the color on my face. But I wanted to kind of give my 2 cents about this product and see how it worked on my skin when I'm in hot, humid weather. So I still want to do that, and maybe that can be my video on the 1st of November if I don't have already something planned. But I do want to give this a whirl, and I want to like rotate this in with my other foundations because I know that cushion foundations can dry out a whole lot faster than just a regular liquid foundation. So I do want to give that one a try. I did pick up another sunscreen because I have the Paula's Choice sunscreen, and then I have a sunscreen from Some By Me, and I'm using both of those at the same time right now. So they're both going to run out around the same time. So I did pick up this one, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, but it's IUNIK. So this one right here, this is the Centella Calming Daily Sunscreen SPF 50. I know Centella is really, really good, again, for calming the skin, calming the redness, and because I get so red, and I think that there's certain things that I think people of different, either if it's ethnicities or skin tones, it is the redness. So if you have Irish in you or you are pale, then the redness is really, I think, what at least I try to combat and try to cover. Because if I have no makeup on, even if I have sunscreen on, if I go outside and do anything that gets me remotely hot, I flush so bad that it looks like I'm going through heat stroke or something. So I definitely try to calm that down. My dermatologist says it's not rosacea, so it's just, I think, my heritage that I have those capillaries closer to my skin surface, and so I get red really quickly. So I'm going to see how this goes. Mainly, I want to make sure that it works under makeup. I think that I'm going to stick with Korean sunscreens just because they have that higher SPF. And here in Florida, I want that higher SPF. Sometimes 35 is not going to cut it. I want the 50 plus plus plus. So I am going to try out that one. Another one that I picked up is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner. So once I'm done with my Innisfree green tea emulsion, I'm going to switch to this. And I think my skin does react really well to like rice-based type of items. And so this also says free of alcohol and fragrance, which is wonderful. I know some of the Korean skincares can be very fragranced, which I don't really care for the fragrances that they use. So I'm glad that this is fragrance free. But this actually, Jen Phelps just did a overall review about K skincare, and she actually mentioned this one. I was very happy to hear that she had good reviews on it because I cannot wait to use this one. But I did pick up that hydrating toner, and then the last thing that I picked up was another cleansing oil. I am almost out of my Fourth Ray cleansing oil, and so I did pick up this one. This is the Madagascar Centella Light Cleansing Oil. So look how big this thing is. It is a big daddy. So I am happy to have a huge, huge cleansing oil. Let me smell this one. It kind of smells like the other cleansing oil that I have. So I don't know if it is the particular type of oil that K Beauties use in their cleansing oils or if it is a fragrance that they add. But made with pure centella from Madagascar. So I don't know if it is the centella that smells like this, but I mean, it's spa smelling, so it doesn't smell horrible, but I would prefer it smell like nothing. But I am happy to have this big old sucker because this here was 13 bucks, which the smaller one from Fourth Ray is about that amount as well. So I was happy to get a very big bottle of cleansing oil. So that is everything that I picked up from my Yes Style order. I am very happy with what I picked out. And also, I know that I had asked on my community tab for you guys to give me recommendations. I bought some of them, and then other ones I do have saved in my like loves list on Yes Style to try those out as we go along. Now, of course, I stopped in at TJ Maxx or Marshalls because of course I did. I don't know which one this is, but I did pick up a toner from Paula's Choice, and this is from their Calm line. And so again, I'm trying to do everything that I can to calm my skin down. So this is their Nourishing Milky Toner, and I know milky toners are like all the rage right now, but I did also get this on clearance, so I got this for $8. So very happy to have this. I do really like Paula's Choice. I just feel like if I can find some K beauty items that are maybe a little bit less expensive and do either the same thing or do better, then I am totally cool with switching over to K Beauty. Let's see here. The next purchase that I made was from the 21 Days of Beauty, and I picked up two things, and these were both on sale during the same day, so that was very convenient. But I did pick up the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. So I used up one of these years ago and loved it. And it has been on my loves list for years as I have tried out other eye creams to see if anything would match what I felt this did for me. Now, of course, I am now probably 3 years older with more lines and, you know, a little bit thinner of a skin underneath my under eyes, but I did want to go back to this and see what I thought about it, and getting it 50% off, I was totally okay with that. So I did pick up this. I feel like I'm almost done with my other eye creams, and so I will be able to use that one up soon. And then the other item that I picked up that day was the mini of the Color Wow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray. So I've been wanting to try this for a long, long time to help. I'm going to put it down because it's reflecting everywhere, but to help with frizz and flyaways and just styling and all that. But I know I've heard like using this and then not blow drying your hair is kind of pointless, and I never blow dry my hair. So if you guys, which I have an old like brush type of blow dryer, but it's like old. It's not very good. If you guys have a recommendation for a not so expensive brush type of blow dryer, because I am not coordinated enough to hold a brush and hold a blow dryer at the same time, so I'm going to need a brush blow dryer together. If you guys have a recommendation for one that you like just for like normal blowouts, let me know, because I am looking to invest in another one sometime this year. So drop me your recommendations down below. But since I don't blow dry my hair a whole lot, I don't have notes on this yet, but I do want to try to use it a little bit more and see if it does make a huge difference when I do decide to do a blowout. But those were the only two things that I picked up during the 21 Days of Beauty. Now, I did go down to Sephora on my birthday. So my birthday was in September, so my birthday month. So maybe I went a little bit hard because it was my birthday month, but I did go down to Sephora. Basically, I went down there by myself. I went to the outlets. I bought myself a new purse. I walked around the commons. I walked through Sephora. I got my free coffee at Starbucks. Like, I made my rounds, but I did pick up a few things at Sephora, and then of course I got my birthday gift. So I picked up another one of these Summer Fridays lip butter bombs. I did get this in cherry, so it is this nice red shade, and I'll put a little bit right here because you can see it actually does have color to it. So I still feel like I can apply this without a mirror, but definitely it does have color to it. Actually, I'm not gonna waste it. We're gonna put it right there in the middle. But this has the same wonderful butter bomb formula, and I do love it. So happy to have cherry. So, so nice. The other item that I picked up that I bought myself before I got the birthday gift, I wanted to try a sheet mask, and I don't know how I feel about sheet masks. And before I go and like buy a pack of them on like Yes Style, I wanted to see if I actually like the experience of sheet masks. So I did pick up one from Dr. Jart, and this is the brightening solution. And so again, I want to work on brightening my skin, evening out my skin tone. I know a lot of my products with niacinamide are supposed to be helping with that as well, and I do use a vitamin C every day, but I wanted to try to see if I am a sheet mask girly. So I did pick up one of these from Dr. Jart. Obviously, I haven't used it yet, and there's a lot of serum in here. So of course, after I use the mask, I'm going to dump all the serum out into a container and make sure that I use every single bit of that one. But the birthday gift that I ended up getting at Sephora was the Kosas one. So I ended up with one of their wet lip oils. I have not tried this yet. I've not opened it. And I don't even know what shade this is in. It doesn't have a sticker on it. So whatever shade came in the birthday gift, that's what shade this is. And then the other one was the Kosas Air Brow. And I will say that I've tried this a couple times. It's just a clear brow gel, and it has the little tiny spoolie on it. This actually does have really good hold. Now, this doesn't go on sale 50% off during Brow Day, so I wouldn't like go and purchase this full price, but I was happy to get a sample of this, and if I ever see this as like the gift with purchase or something, I would pick up this because it does have that nice crunchy hold that I like. Now, if you don't like a crunchy hold, that might not be for you, but I love a crunchy hold. Let's see, what did I do next? The last purchases that I made. So I have my last purchases that count, and then I have another purchase that doesn't count. But I made an order from e.l.f., and again, they had like the birthday gift and the birthday points and all that stuff. So I ended up picking up the Liquid Pore Putty Primer, and I picked this up because Miss Andy just raves about this, and she loves this for filling her pores. And so I finished up my e.l.f. pore primer in August, and you guys saw that in my 24 and 2024. And so I do not have a pore filling primer right now, so I decided to try this. They don't have a mini of this, so I did get the full size, but I've used it a couple times and I don't have enough use on this for my thoughts to be gathered, but I am happy to have a pore filling primer back in my life. And then the other item that I picked up that is outside of the birthday gift that e.l.f. did was one of the Wow Brows. I do have a Wow Brow that I'm using right now, and I'm going to say that it'll probably be done in the next month or so. So I did want to have a backup to this one so that when that one runs out, I am good to go. But I do get this in brunette, and I love these. I go through a bunch of these, and I love my little Wow Brows. Now, the birthday gift that e.l.f. was giving out, you did get a mini of their Holy Hydration face cream. I'm probably going to put this in my nighttime skincare, mainly because when I wore it one time, so I've already dipped into it. It pilled with the other products that I had on my face. So I absolutely do not tolerate pilling whenever I have makeup on. So I'll probably end up just sticking this in my bathroom and using this up as a nighttime, which is funny because the Holy Hydration Daily Moisturizer in the pump is a holy grail. I actually have that on as my moisturizer today. It sinks in beautifully. I don't have any issues with it. This one pilled with my other products. So this one is going in the bathroom. And then another one this is an actual full size. So with the birthday gift, so this was free, is the Sun Touchable Invisible Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 35. So I had just used up a mini of this, and I might end up actually giving this to my husband because I feel like he would enjoy the more like matte feeling of this sunscreen, or I'll just stick it in like his range bag or something like that. But I said that I don't like this under makeup, but I like this on no makeup days. And this is just one of those like silicone feeling sunscreens, but it still is just that SPF 35, which why can't American sunscreen companies like step it up like K-Beauty? Like they do 50 as probably their bare minimum. So why are we still messing around with 35? There has to be something in like the USDA that is preventing companies from actually having good sunscreens. But this is something that I'm happy that they gave out a full size of this, and it's really cool that they're giving out sunscreens, but this is not something that I'm going to be wearing underneath makeup. And so is that everything that I purchased? Yes, that is everything that I purchased. Let me roll through the thing that I purchased that does not count towards my budget, and then I'll go over my numbers. So I told you guys in a past video, and actually I have one of them on. So the gray polish, I picked up another set of polishes from INLP. And so my nail polishes count in my inventory, but they don't count towards my budget. So I wanted some more cool toned polishes for the winter time. And so I did pick up 4 polishes and then another base coat. So I'm using the base coat from Holo Taco right now, and I'm almost done with it. Like I'm getting to the point where it's annoying because the brush doesn't reach the bottom. And so I'm getting to the point where that one is going to be done. And so I did pick up this is their Lock Up Ultra Bonding Base Coat. And I'm curious how this will end up doing on my nails, because even with the long-lasting base coat from Holo Taco, I can take my polishes and they will peel up from the sides, and I can peel the entire, like, it ends up looking like Christine from Holo Taco. She has her like peely bag. My nail polish peels off like I have the peely base coat when I have the long-lasting base coat. And this is with any base coat. I don't know if this is just my nails, if it's the curvature of my nails, if it's my nails not liking polish, but I can peel off completely. I can peel off my nail polish every single time. So I know that's really bad for my nails, but that just ends up happening because no base coat actually adheres polish to my nails. So I will try this one out and see what I think about the INLP. So these are the 4 shades. Let me line them up and make them look pretty. So these are the 4 shades that I ended up getting. Aren't they pretty? Obviously a lot of lavender and then a darker one. So this darker one over here is called Bear Hug, and it is kind of like a darkened purple but with holographic glitter through it. And it's a darkened brown purple. It is just such an interesting shade, and I've worn it on my nails already, and I really did enjoy the way it looked and so I see this as like, as we roll into November, I'm going to really like having this darker brown purple on my nails. And in the sunlight, it just sparkles with that glitter in there. So Bear Hug, I am super excited about wearing. And then I did try one of the cremes or the creams from INLP. And I haven't tried one of their straight like just colors before. I've always gotten kind of like their special polishes, but this is in Butterflies, and it's this beautiful lavender lilac. Beautiful. It's almost looking gray, but there is that hint of purple in there. So this is just one of their cream polishes. So nothing special, no fancy glitters in that one. Then this one does have fancy glitters, but it is that lavender, and this one is in Lily. And this one here, I'll hold up Bear Hug so you guys can see it, but look at all those pinpoints. So it has like silver pinpoints in it, and it's so pretty. This one is so impactful, and it looks so silvery on the nails. But let me hold up Bear Hug so you guys can see this one. But just look at that, all that glitter in there. It is absolutely stunning. And then little side thing, Lily was actually a name that I had picked out that if my husband and I ever did have children and if we ever had a girl, I was going to name her Lily. So I love the name Lily. But this last one here, which is again the one that is on those fingers, if my camera will focus, there we go, on those fingers there. So it's one of their like jelly ones, but this is in Pitter Patter, which is the cutest freaking name. It makes me think of Bambi, but it is this beautiful, again, almost kind of lilac gray with flecks in it, and it is just so pretty. And those flecks just catch the light so pretty, and they shine like they flash like a warm orange to like a cool green. So they have a really cool flip to them. So I really do like Pitter Patter, and I like the jelly formula. Bear Hug is also a jelly formula. So those actually go on really well. So I did pick up 5 more polishes from INLP, and I'm very happy to have those. So I'm going to try to stick this in somewhere. I told myself to remember, and I did not. So I told you guys in the last video that I put up that I was going to mention something that I have been doing in my lifestyle that I feel like has been helping my skin, and I wanted to pop in and at least share that with you guys, and it is this stuff. So this is the Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides. So you guys can tell me if this is just voodoo or if this is pseudoscience or if this does nothing. But this is my second container, and I got it at Sam's Club, so I got this big size. And I am almost done with one of these that I used up. I mix it in my coffee in the morning, basically. But I started to use this, and I saw my skin start to clear up a little bit. The acne that I'm having right now feels more like a flare-up because it's up here. It's not on my chin where I usually get my hormonal. So the acne that I'm getting right now is not as deep. It's not as hormonal. So I feel like I've used one of these over the last month. So I've used it through an entire cycle, and I noticed that I had less deep cystic breakouts. So I don't know if it's this. I am also hoping that this does something for my hair because I have had hair loss and hair thinning due to God knows what, because none of my doctors can figure out what's going on with me. But I'm hoping that this will also help with a little bit of the hair growth and hair thickening. So we shall see. But I have noticed a difference in how my skin is behaving since I started drinking the collagen peptides. So I did pick up, I have 2 more of this size that I picked up at Sam's because they were on sale. The cost of this at the grocery store is ridiculous. So if you guys are looking to do something like this, try to look into like your bulk stores to get a bigger size of that. And I know, of course, this is, if you guys are vegan, if you're vegetarian out there, I know what this is. I know where this comes from. I know what I'm drinking. So I am not vegan or vegetarian, so I am okay with this product. And so I want to just kind of put that out there that I know what it is. I know where collagen comes from. So I'm just very interested to see after I have a couple more months under my belt of drinking this with my coffee. I also have added creatine to my like dietary stuff, mainly because I'm doing a little bit more walking slash jogging. I would love to do a 5K in March. We have a very big 5K around this area for St. Patty's Day. And so I'd love to do the St. Patty's Day 5K in March. So I'm kind of working my way up to that. And so I did also add some creatine to my routine. So I'm just curious how that will affect my skin and also my hair. So I will have to fill you guys in later, but I did want to pop in and say that this is the thing that I added to my routine that I feel has helped my skin. I know a couple months ago one of you guys recommended this to me, and so when I saw it on sale at Sam's, I did pick it up and give it a try. So I don't know what video that was on or how long ago that was, but if it was you, thank you so much for that recommendation. I am listening to you guys. I am all ears, so tell me your secrets. But like I said, I'm going to try to pop this in somewhere in the video where it makes sense. So hopefully it makes sense whenever I transition back to the video. But here comes regular Erin, who totally forgot to mention this product. So let me look at the budget and see how we're doing. So my bank at the end of August, I left off with $140.64 in my bank. And I had 2 paychecks in September, so $150 went into the bank. I did use up $152.49 in total purchases. So the YesStyle order was $78.49. Then the toner at TJ Maxx was $8. The purchase from Ulta 21 Days of Beauty was $22. My Sephora purchases were $34, and then I used points with the e.l.f. purchase, and then 2 of those things were birthday gifts, so I only spent $10 at e.l.f. So that I got a really good deal on those. So that was the $152. Now, I do not charge myself tax or shipping on my beauty purchases. My income and my current budget allows me to basically eat the cost of tax and shipping. So if that's different for you guys, then charge yourself tax and shipping. But what we left with, I had $138.15 rolling into October. So again, I'm looking really good, and I feel like we're going to be okay when Black Friday rolls around if I am very aware of what I'm purchasing in October. But if I look at my totals, let me just make sure that all of my totals are lining up. Yep. So for the year ending in September, I've spent $590 in makeup, close to $400, so $392 in skincare. I have no palette purchases in September, so good on me, but $393 in palettes, $67 in hair care, $63, almost $64 in perfume, and then still the $105 in my beauty tools. So that makes me feel really good about my budget. I still have a decent amount left over in my items that I can bring in. So I feel like I'm going to be good, and I feel like I am going to be able to steal some of that budget at the end of the year to pick up some palettes if I so choose, and if they're still heavy on my mind at the end of the year. But I feel like I'm doing really well on my budget. Even with all of these purchases, I'm doing good. So that is everything that I purchased, everything that I used up in the month of September. I did not use any of my birthday money for beauty purchases. Last year, I did roll my birthday money into my beauty purchases, but this year I did not. So I have my birthday money just sitting to the side. Actually, I bought my purse with some of my birthday money, and then the rest of it I have sitting aside for a rainy day because Malcolm's medications are getting expensive, but of course, I'm going to get him everything that he needs because he is such a sweet and loving boy. But that is everything that I have. I have all my pictures taken. I have everything ready to go. But hopefully you guys still enjoy seeing what I am using up and what I'm bringing in. I hope that you guys enjoy my babbling about my budget and how I, again, am staying aware of how much money I'm spending, the amount of products that I'm bringing in, that the products that I'm bringing in, I know I'm going to be able to use up probably within the next year. Like, that is where I want to keep my collection. Aside from like powder products, which I know, again, I used up a blush this year from 2017, so Erin, you don't know what you're talking about. But my items like my skincare, like my cream products, I want to be able to use them up within the year. So I feel like I'm there. I just need to stay mindful about it and not go hog wild with this new budget that I have for myself this year. But I hope that you guys are continuing to enjoy and get something from my babbles in my video. But you guys are absolutely fabulous with cheering me on, not only with my projects and with this budget, but also you guys have been so supportive with my channel growing, and you guys want to see me grow, and you love that new people are finding me. So you guys are absolutely fabulous. I'm going to encourage you guys again to do all the things. Make sure to hit a thumbs up on this video. If you are lurking or if you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you, but of course it does help me out. I do project panning, conscious consumerism, beauty budgets, babbles and rambles and eyeshadow looks and like all sort get ready with me's where again I just babble about who knows what. But if that sounds great for you guys, make sure to stick around for more. Drop me that comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know if there's anything that I picked up that is your holy grail. If you guys have a favorite base coat for nail polish, let me know. That actually works, that actually makes your nail polish stay. Let me know down below and I'll see about checking it out. But I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I am now at an hour and 6 minutes of filming, so we'll see what this gets cut down to. But it was a big month, so this is going to be a long one. But I do appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I'm going to wish you guys all a beautiful day. If you are in the path of the hurricane that is coming, please stay safe. By the time this video goes up, the hurricane would have already passed. So I hope everybody is safe. I hope your families are safe. My family is battening down the hatches because they're in Tampa, so they're right there where it's coming through. So please, everyone, stay safe during this crazy storm season that we're having. But I wish all of you a beautiful day. I'm going to catch you in my next one.